Well, howdy, folks. Crazy Dan B here. Well, we're at a second Toonie Tuesday already, and I'm really enjoying the feedback that we had on the first one. It's pretty great. So thank you very much for that. This song here is my favorite song to play. It's my favorite song to sing. I absolutely love it. It's by a group called Peter, Paul, and Mary. It's called Puff the Magic Dragon. You may have already figured that out if you're a fan of mine and you're hearing the chords right now and you're going, oh, I know what he's playing. He plays this all the time. Well, the thing is that I love this song so much. It's about loss of innocence, and you're going to hear that in the lyrics in a second. It's a pretty sad song, and it ends really sadly. But my dad called me up about a week ago, and he was like, Dan, someone's created a new verse for this song. And I want to play the whole song, and then I'm going to play the new verse for you. And it goes something like this. So here we go. Puff, a magic dragon, lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Only. Little Jackie Paper, oh, he loved that rascal Puff. And he brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Whoa, Puff, the magic dragon, lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Only. Puff, the magic dragon, he lives by the sea and he frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Only. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sails. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes, they would bow in ere they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Hi, I'm Puff. Puff, the magic dragon, lives by the sea and he frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Only. Puff, the magic dragon, well, he lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Only. This is the sad part right here. Dragons, they live forever, but not so little girls or little boys. Painted wings and giant rings make way for other toys. One great night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more. So Puff, that mighty dragon, always ceased his fearless roar. His head was hung in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, he sadly slinked into his cave. Whoa, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Only. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, he lived by the sea and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Only. So for years that's how it would end. And that's where I would leave it, and that's where my dad would leave it, and that's where his dad would leave it. Whenever we sang the song, that's where we would leave it, because that's where it ended. But not anymore. So here's the new verse. Well, years went by till one day Puff was walking round the land. And what did he discover there but footprints in the sand? little girl came running. She said, "Dragon, don't be sad. My name is Jamie Paper, and I was sent here by my dad." Oh, but the magic dragon still lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn, missing a land called Unlee. Oh, Puff the magic dragon, oh, he still lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn, missing a land called Unlee. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you want to request a song for next week's Toonie Tuesday, and you really want to make sure that it's going to be done, your request is going to be handled, you can go to patreon.com/crazydanb. That's crazy with a K for some extra added craziness, and you can guarantee that your request will be handled. If not, if you don't want to do that, that's fair enough. I really appreciate you watching it anyway. So you can just leave a comment. It doesn't guarantee that I'll get to it, but I will appreciate you leaving a comment anyway. And since nobody has, your chances are great that it might be the one that gets picked for next week. Let's see, what else? I've got a Patreon, as I said, obviously Crazy Dan B. I've got my link tree. There's going to be a description in the below parts. It's really hard to do this while you're doing chords. That's a new challenge for all the people who make like video essays and stuff. Start doing your end of the video credit message. Subscribe while playing guitar. Subscribe, like, follow, share with your friends if you really like this, and I'll see you around the bend. Really appreciate it. Puff the magic dragon, live by the sea, and frogs in